Hello everybody, Sean Milburn here with Milburn Motorsports once again today. Got a new webcam set up. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I feel like this works a lot better. It's a lot more clean. And I can even clean it up a little more. Just got to mess with some of the settings. So today is pretty cool. We get to go out in a Mustang. I've never driven a Mustang before around a racetrack. And this one's a little bit more track prepped. So this guy ended up getting this car. He just bought it off someone that had already kind of prepped it, didn't need it anymore. So he kind of bought a pre-built car and didn't really know how it drove. So he wanted me to hop in and show him what it does, as well as if there's anything that he can do with the car to change it, to make it better or more reliable, since he is still learning kind of how to get around a racetrack. I got some pretty awesome content coming up for you guys really soon here. I'm going to start pumping out these videos again. Got a long list of stuff I need to break out, and it will be coming out soon, so look forward to that. For now, we're going to hop in the Mustang, and we're going to drive it around, get some in-car perspective of what's going on, and have some fun. Let's see what it'll do. Alright, and we're headed out onto the track in Peter's Mustang. I haven't driven this car before, and I haven't driven one of these Mustangs before, so I'm pretty excited to see what one feels like when it's all tracked out. This thing is basically a track car at this point. It's got full suspension, it's got a half cage.
Is it a 5-speed? Yes.
And it is basically near stock power, so they didn't touch much with the motor, just some supporting mods for cooling. Then the rest is oriented for suspension and that kind of stuff. So we're going to see if what the previous owner did actually made this car hook up and go. I'm going to skip the warm-up lap so we can get right into the action. So here we are going through turn 10. It's going to be the end of the warm-up lap now. Heading into 11 onto the main straight, and then we're going to start seeing how this thing does. Got a green GT3 RS behind me here, so we're going to let him by so he can continue playing. Cannot keep up with that. It's always fun driving out here with those kinds of cars, though, just seeing how much quicker those things move. It's really fun.
Wow, the brakes are good.
Into turn 2, giving the brakes a test down that hill, seeing what they'll allow me to put up with. Got plenty of torque to keep the car moving. A nice turn in 5. Car turned in really directly, and as you get on the throttle, it rotated the car rest of the way through on the exit and made it a really seamless, smooth turn. I can get on the throttle so early without the car trying to do anything silly or step out. It just hooks up and keeps the car rotating and pointing in the direction I want it to be going. Feels really good and responsive. We still got some corner speed to work into though. So we got to get these tires a little more up to temp. I got to get a little more comfortable with being in the driver's seat of this thing, and then we'll keep on sending it. Turn 9 seems to be pretty good all the way. Really nice turn there into 10. It's got plenty of grip to get it done. Hearing that little weird squealing noise on those right-handed turns. Could be something in the suspension. Miss a gear there. Clutch on this car was a little more different than what I'm used to driving. It was really close to the top. My Z is almost on the floor, and as we're coming down into 2, just get right on the edge of the traction and the tires with the brakes. And so that led me to believe that this thing has no ABS.
No ABS?
No, disconnected.
So he confirms ABS is disconnected, which explains why I was able to get it to that point. But it was a controllable amount of brake pressure to where I could consistently get it there. So I would say these are pretty good brakes. So far, I am very surprised that this car is functioning so well. I had the impression that these older Mustangs didn't function too well, but I guess people have figured out ways to sort them out, because this thing drove really well. I was loving this thing. It's a little down on horsepower, but you don't really need horsepower to go fast, so. We're making it work. Let's try out 9. Let's see what we can get away with here. Made it out pretty good. Got some traffic ahead
This
of
thing's
us.
fast.
Glad to hear that. I just need to learn to drive.
But the control out of 11 there, getting on that throttle, so beautiful. The torque this thing provided really could get you moving. My buddy Rick up there shot a flame out of exhaust. I found that pretty amusing. I didn't know his car could do that, so really fun watching a little 1.5 liter spit a foot flame in the daylight. Alright, so this traffic seems to be revolving around this Tesla here. But we're in no rush. No need to press this guy. And Rick is not pressing him either. What is unfortunate is you do run into these drivers that will not point faster traffic by. And this is what ends up happening. So if you are that slower car, please watch your mirrors and just let the rest of the traffic by. You see Rick here, he's showing that he would like to get by.
Oh man.
Tesla driver just does not seem to know that he's even there. And this is in the advanced group as well. Got a turbo Miata.
Turbo Miata.
Gonna let him by, but now he's gonna be stuck in the same situation. He's waiting, and then decides to just go on by. Gordon passes me on the right in a Civic Type R, and then he decides that that probably wasn't the right move, so he lets me by again. Now it's my turn to figure out the way around this Tesla. I don't really want to do it in the way the other two did it. This is not my car, and I don't want to hurt his Tesla or this car. There's no point doing something silly and tangling. So Rick goes off. I presume to wait a little while to get some clear traffic. That was a good move, and I was considering doing the same. Decided against it. Able to make it by the Tesla on the straightaway. And then I let Gordon by as I go down into 2. So I give him point boy over the roof there, so both drivers were understanding of what needed to happen there.
Man, we got some roadblocks out here.
Had another instance of slower moving traffic. And we're gonna go around the outside. Alright, there we go. So now that we're by those guys, we can see if we can keep up with Gordon. I doubt we'll be able to. I felt like I could at the time, but I know how fast those Civics are. So if Gordon is actually trying to get away from me, he will. But we're going to do our best to keep him in our sights. Just to have some fun. Always nice to have a car out there that you can drive with. Makes things a little bit more interesting rather than just driving solo. Now, if this thing can keep up with a Civic Type R, that would be a pretty big statement. Civic Type Rs are very fast cars. So we'll see what this Mustang can do. I'm going to keep my distance. Just keep on kind of pressing it around the track. And see how fast I can really get it to go. See if I can keep up in the corners. Looks like it. Turn 9, having to get off the throttle quite a bit there to stay away from Gordon, keep our spacing. And I'm expecting he's just going to completely haul on me on the straightaway. with that 300 plus horsepower that the cities come with. I got a Mini behind me as well. As I'm coming onto the straight, see the checkered flag as we come across the line, bringing this session to a close.
That's good stuff. This thing does well. It's turning responsiveness. Like, watch this. It's like beautiful. Like, I can just keep turning and the car will do it. And I can use the throttle without it trying to oversteer.
It's unusual for a Mustang.
Yeah, it's really good. It feels really good. Like, I'm just on throttle. I can feel the differential. It's really helping.
All the mounting points are in different spots.
Yeah, this thing moves. The only thing I don't like is the gearing. It bogs the car out of the power band when you shift.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching that Mustang do a few laps. I know I enjoyed it. Really good experience for me to be able to get out there and test these different kinds of cars and get a feel for what they're like. This one in particular, I give a big thumbs up. I like that car. That was a very well-mannered car that was super easy and safe to drive, especially for someone who is still working on their capabilities behind the wheel. I felt that was a very safe car and a very capable car for them to be using. So if you guys want to have your car featured on the channel, go ahead and send me an email. You can find it in the About section on my channel, and maybe we could work something out. Would love to see some more of you guys around the track. It would be really awesome. Love meeting my subscribers, and it's always a good time. So don't be afraid to come say hi. So don't forget, I got more content coming out soon. You guys will be seeing that soon, sometime later this week. It'll be fun stuff there, so stay tuned for that. Until then, it's been Sean Milburn with Milburn Motorsports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.